Okay, doing a video here for anybody who, like myself, is into biking. I'm a mechanic. I don't work in a bike shop anymore, but I still work on my own bikes. And I guess I could say I'm a wannabe mad scientist bike mechanic. And if this video gets through and I get to post it on YouTube, because I really don't know how to do that so well, this is like my first mad scientist thing. I think that's successful. I have a pair of mountain bike shoes, SPD compatible, that I don't use for mountain biking anymore, and I want to use them for road biking. It's this Giro shoe, Giro Republic. This is SPD shoe. That's nice and lightweight, nice stiff sole, and I love Giro. They're super comfortable. And I wanted to turn this into a road shoe on a quill pedal. On a quill pedal. And I didn't, with the hard plastic sole, I would be slipping around, and I wanted to design something so when I use this on the quill pedal, my foot's not gonna fly away or ice skate off the pedal. But there's no such thing as any cleat that adapts to the 2-bolt SPD on the bottom. And after brainstorming like probably close to 10 times and trying to find a vintage retro cleat that were made for several shoes out there to retrofit, there's no such thing. So finally, I got a final push, and I was like, wait a sec, why don't I do this? So this is what I did. I took, you know, the plate that's underneath the sole, underneath your insole here, there's a plate that you can actually remove, but sometimes there are 2 bolts and sometimes there are 4 bolts, and they can adjust. Well, I took that plate out and I drilled with a drill bit straight through the threads so I can drop bolts through the plate from the inside of the shoe. Normally you bolt the bolts through the SPD cleat and they anchor in the cleat in the sole. But in this case, I took the bolts and put them in through the top, and I got this really low profile Allen head. That's what you're going to need. You can't have anything more than that because it'll stick up through this sole and you'll feel it. This actually is shallow enough that when installed inside, I won't feel it. So I had to drill out those threads in the plate, because once I slipped this bolt through those drilled out hole, what I did was then take a second plate. So the same plate that's in that shoe, get a second one. So you're gonna need a pair, one for each shoe. Get a second plate, and here's the grand surprise here. I took that plate and mounted it on the outside of the shoe. As you can see, I took off the pontoons that would normally protect the SPD cleat. Those are gone. So now what do we have here is those bolts are going through the sole, and they are anchoring the second plate here. Now what this plate does is 2 things. Yeah, you're not going to walk around your house, or you're not going to walk around anywhere with this thing. Only you're just going to walk on the street. But what this does is provide this little section in here. See this little section in here? This is where the back part of your quill pedal will lie. Okay? And these two bolts, not only do you walk on them, but they also prevent, once the quill pedal, they also prevent your foot from sliding out of the pedal. So your quill pedal installs there, and if you want to use toe straps, you can lock your shoe in. And now basically I've designed an SPD shoe for road. It looks super simple, but for me to think of this, it took me like almost a year to figure out what I could do. And this is it, guys. I'm saving you guys like at least almost a year of figuring out. I also had to modify my shoe a little bit because I wanted this plate to lay flush. As you can see, it lays flush, so I dremeled out some part of the shoe here, so the plate wasn't compressing down onto this. If that wasn't dremeled out, then it wouldn't lay flush. It would sit up. So I dremeled out the shoe there, but this is it, guys. Sorry for my ghetto video, and like my narration is terrible. But if you have any mechanic skills, you know exactly what I did here. You know exactly what to do. This is going to cost you nothing, basically. You either have these plates laying around from any of your other shoes that you never used. You can go to the bike shop. They'll probably give it to you free. These bolts, if you don't have these laying around in your toolbox, the bike shops have them. All right, and you do want that length. I don't know what the length that is. You can measure it whatever you want, but I do like them sticking out a bit. If you get a shorter length, they're obviously going to sit flush. They won't stick out, but I like the fact that they stick out because it's actually going to protect these from wearing out a lot, and that's also going to protect the little front part there from wearing out too. So that's it, guys. Have fun. Thanks.